a part of that.
Or if it's me, the kind of
changing.
food, the foods I consume, you know?
Nah.
Okay. All right. So yes, again, I don't know, maybe throughout the years you've known some friends, some family members, some buddies, some peeps you've seen. Maybe you don't know them personally, but you see they've been dating. Sorry, maybe off and on, or you've known that person to be with that individual, and maybe down the line, maybe what 2 weeks or 3 weeks, like, boy, them people are together again. I thought the people they were sharing a child together. Like, what's wrong? And then you see it's like a trend. Like, this is happening to this one, that one over there. So when you see things like that happening, what do you ask yourself? Like, what's going on?
No, the thing is, I have a son, and I was with my girlfriend, for a while. Then we had a son, and I can tell you that being a new parent, especially being a new parent, is not easy at all on either parties. There's a lot of stressful nights that are, involved in it. Another thing is the postpartum stress that the women has to go through, and if it's their first time, it will be very difficult, position for them to be in. And if as a guy you cannot support them at that time, then it causes a lot of problems in that relationship. The women, there's a lot of stress that happens after having a child, especially for the first time. We had that problem where, after, we had our son, breastfeeding, a lot of women go through that. Breastfeeding was a real issue. And, you have a child that's crying all the time. As a guy, you're not accustomed to that. Right.
Welcome to parenthood.
Yeah, you're accustomed to having your sleep and thing, and then that is taken away from you. And just for you not sleeping well enough, it really takes you to another realm of yourself where you're not acting like yourself because you're not thinking clearly. So it causes a lot of problems in that relationship. Another aspect, a lot of women out there would agree with me on, is that after having a child, especially for the first time, a lot of changes happen to your body.
Okay.
And you become very insecure about your body. Your body changes in a way that you never thought. Physical changes in your body, the tummy, changes.
Love handles.
Yeah, the breast changes. So they have to deal with a lot of those things. And if as a guy you're not sensitive to those things, you don't know, then it really causes some problems for you because at that time they are very insecure. That makes them even more insecure because their body has changed. They're not looking, as they
have as much fun.
They think that they're not looking as good as they used to, and they think at the same time they know that they're not giving you anything. So it's all that stress about whether you'll go and cheat or whether and there's a lot of disagreements that happen. You're probably doing something for that child. Y'all are learning. You're probably bathing that child in that way, and she's telling you that's not the way to do it. And there's a lot of disagreements. There's a lot of adapting, a lot of changes. And all that causes people to break up, man, after having a child if they're not careful.
Okay, let me ask you, what do you think about unplanned pregnancy? All the time we having fun. You and this girl, you guys having fun. All right, we like seeing each other. Yes, we having sex. They care less. We having sex unprotected. Yeah, we are protecting ourselves. Why me not using a condom? You not using any other kind of birth control or contraceptive, however you want to call it. All right, but all the time the sex is nice. It's sweet. Everything nice. You're lovey-dovey. You're everywhere. You're being spontaneous. But when the baby come around, because boy, I want no child. I was only having fun with you. What's about unplanned pregnancy? Would you say that's one of the reasons why wrong relationship don't last? Unplanned pregnancy, because I want a child because I'm so young. I just want to have fun. As a 16-year-old, I don't want a kid as yet. I have my whole life ahead of me. I have to plan for my different things. I have things to do. I have things I need to achieve, places I need to be. That child will just hold me down or hold me back. I mean, vice versa. Both the female or the male can think like that. I don't want the child. I'm not ready for that.
But just a point where you're having unprotected sex, it's planned pregnancy. You are already planned. So if you listen it out there and you're having unprotected sex, it's not unplanned. If it happens, it's not unplanned. But yeah, that really brings up a lot of stress.
Boy,
You know, having a child when you don't expect to have a child, and then you're not your mentally is not ready to raise a child
Right.
and to have a child in your life. That all those changes I spoke about, that even makes it even worse.
and sometimes both of you are living at your parents' home.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go again.
Exactly, because you know when I had my son, when we had our son, help her and thing, but when the child wakes up, 2-3 o'clock in the morning, she still calls my phone, and she argues with me for no reason at all. But I had to understand, she's going for a lot.
And she was a first timer again.
First
the
time
experience,
again,
she's never had it.
And
The experience.
now that we were speaking about it, she's telling me that, my mom was there, I had people around me to help me. But at the same time, I needed that emotional support from you. As the father of that child, I needed that emotional support from you. So
Definitely.
yeah, so if you're gonna be having unprotected sex, then you're already planning for pregnancy, and if it happens, you have to do your best and assist, because it's not easy on the females, and as a guy, it's not easy. But if both of you do it, then hey.
And
But-
I would say another thing, because folks, if you just tuning in, you just listening, we're asking this question this morning: why is it so hard for young people to stay together after having a baby? All right, so remember, you can make your contribution at 459-7885 or 459-7888 or 730-5388. So, and moving along, same question again. What's about compatibility? Things that just don't work out. Like compatible, you guys are not compatible.
Yeah, you get that a lot. Cause we have a lot of people out there that are together. They know that they're not compatible, but they just, I like to call it, what do I call it?
Give me a logical explanation. I guess I really need to.
The word means, kind of acceptance. You just learn to deal with somebody.
Ah.
Yeah, it's not like you love the person or anything, but
So I just accepted
I'm with you. We together already. I know we're not compatible, but hey,
It is what it
It
is.
is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, so we have a lot of that situation out there.
All right, that's for real. All those things I telling you can have effects on a relationship. All right, staying together, and especially what about you coming together, you and this girl, or that girl and this guy have a child together. Of course, who knows? Families have been warning. Hey, Trevor, I don't want you for that girl. Or Giseline, I don't want you for this guy. This guy is bad influence. But no. But after the baby, mommy have been talking to you on multiple occasions. But then baby comes along.
And now it's a different ball game.
Mommy have spoken to you, and you're like, boy, what? All the time mommy was right. And who knows, that might just cause some kind of separation between you and that individual.
Yeah. And some parents, like, especially when it comes to the, teenage pregnancy, to disown. Disown the child, whether it's the boy or a girl, disown them. But that is when they need you. They've already made the mistake.
Most vulnerable.
They've already learned from it. Now is the time where you have to, put everything aside and just, help them, support them.
Your child is your child at the end of it.
Yeah, your child is your child. It's going to be your grandchild now. So.
And who knows?
Yeah.
The love, the bond you guys will have.
Yeah.
A whole different level. And of course, this is what we're talking about this morning. 15 minutes onto the hour of 10 o'clock. Why is it so hard for young people to stay together after having a baby?
For the responses that we
all right, so I think let's take in some responses, all right? Okay. Someone says because they are not focused. More so the young men today don't see a child as a bond or connection to the relationship. I also think they believe that they don't get that much attention anymore from the mother. Some of the mothers don't, that the father needs as well. And this is what this police officer is saying. All right. Let's take in some more responses right here on Super 88.5 FM. All right. The responsibilities are too much for them, and they also do not want to sacrifice the party life, the party life or current life. There you go again. Okay, let me take it back from top. The responsibilities are too much for them, and they also do not want to sacrifice their party life or current life to be a stay-home person. Also, some people tend to get pregnant deliberately not sure how that works, thinking that the partner will stay with them. Thank you for that point, eh? But the opposite happens. Also, financial crisis. A lot of young people do not work. Good morning, my love. Mwah. Enjoy. But yo, bruv.
Yeah, that
one is power.
That one is a point.
Yeah, yes.
That's a good point. That's a good
bruv.
point. That's a good point.
Imagine somebody trying to trap you.
Yeah,
where you going, boy?
Pick me now, old man again.
What? I have that man already. You have that. I get you pregnant or something. Yeah. You check it.
But it doesn't work out. If the person is, does not want to stay with you, nothing can force that person to stay with you.
The person is not content. The person is not happy.
Yeah. So.
Boy, thanks for that. My goodness. That one slipped my mind. I didn't see that. I see that one coming.
Yeah.
My goodness. So here this person is saying to me, imagine 2 weeks back, I was thinking the same. Everything good until baby comes. I guess they can't enjoy life as they were, so the man moves on. Right.
So how is the man that
not
moving
us,
on?
Huh?
How is
never us?
How is the man that moving on? How is no.
OMG, yo. Now, should I read that again? Nah, I ain't gonna read it from the 2 weeks, right? Alright? Everything good until baby comes out. I guess they can't enjoy life as they were, so the man moves on. Like, seriously. And watch what she sends to me. Smiling.
A child changes everything, A child changes everything, and people really, if you don't make time for the two of you, hey, it's going to be very difficult because, you're going to have a child there with you 24/7, whereas before it was just the two of you. Yeah, God knows what y'all were doing all day, what y'all could have done all day, but now it's totally different having a child there all day. It takes away the intimacy from that relationship. It takes away a lot from that relationship, just having a child there. So for it to work out, you need to, make some time for just the two of you. Probably, have the child at a babysitter one day, have a night together, something. It will work out. But you see, boy, it's a different ball game having a child with you all day, and a child is, especially a toddler, they make you real tired. So the mom is always tired. The dad has needs. So
and you said something there that's very very touching. And come to think of it, most times before the baby comes around, all fun and games. Everybody having fun.
It's a lot of fun and games.
Spontaneous, like I mentioned. See lovey-dovey.
Everywhere.
Now, when mommy gets pregnant, mommy have moods, things changes. Mommy always wants to stay home, make sure she have to prepare for the new arrival of the child. Now, when the child arrives now, most of the attention you used to get goes to that child.
Yeah.
All right, now you're feeling like, wow, boy, mommy can't even balance her time or manage her time to make time for me.
And just taking care of the kids, that makes her tired. So, when you expect her to make a little time for you, then she's tired. Yeah. She's tired, and you have to understand that for it to work out. Yeah.
I'm telling you, definitely. And a lot of relationship has failed because of that. So, I don't know how can it be fixed. I don't know if it can be fixed better yet, and I think it can be. No, let me rephrase that. I don't know how parents or mothers and fathers can come together and actually make this thing work out. Because anytime you start an extension, it changes a lot. Because from 1 to 2, from 2 to 3, like you're extending the family. All right, and of course that takes a lot of time and effort. A lot of time and effort.
It takes a lot to raise a child, so could just imagine.
But I don't know if it's just we fellas the way we are wired. Like you always want your thing,
Yeah, and I think that's the main problem. People will not say directly, but that's the main thing. You have a child there. Fellas always want their thing, so they cannot get it. Then
Man just want that slice, Now for real, big and serious, Big and serious. All right. Of course, inside some more responses. Hey, sex goes from very regular to non-existent after most babies.
Straightforward. Straightforward.
Even if it was planned, most women also now have their perfect excuse to gain as much weight as they want and play victim. I had your baby. This is why a man's best opinion to have regular sex is not to get married, sorry. Very few women prioritize their husbands or sexual life after a baby. If you're married, you're stuck in it. I'm telling you, unless if she have a very high sex drive,
which is most of the time.
Boy,
after baby, that goes down the drain. Down the drain.
Down. Christine, good morning, Christine. And then we have some more. Of course, women really be out here plotting on trapping dudes. Like,
yeah.
Yes. Okay.
That's not working out.
Right.
So y'all need to give that up.
Right.
That's not working out.
Right, yeah. So other women know that baby is a cheat code. Wow. A baby is a cheat code to this life. So they get the baby, then run to the governments and Simpsons. What's that?
What? Just read that again.
Women really be out here plotting on trapping dudes. Other women know that a baby is a cheat code to this life. So they get a baby, then run to, for child support and then
child support.
Right, okay.
Well, I don't know how it works, different parts of the world, but in St. Lucia, I don't think child support is even that much.
Well,
some dads deliberately just go on child support because it's not a lot, because compared to you being at home with somebody and spending over $1,000 in groceries and school supplies and all those things, I think child support is probably less than $300 a month. That doesn't do anything for a child. So some guys run and go on child support instead of spending real money on raising a child. So child support is, I don't know, the government probably needs to do something better, or the women need to make better decisions as to who
fathering the child.
Yeah,
who
you have as a father.
All right.
I could probably take a woman to public court, to put
how does that work? Not here.
The court system is not for men.
For men.
Honestly. That will not happen.
And I think one of them good days, I know he's locked on, and likewise his police friends, his fraternity is supposed to be locked down. Of course, Officer Virtue, we'll have to ask him those questions like that.
That should be the guy that's here for family matters.
Okay. Mr. Edward.
He would be the best person to answer.
Seriously, the justice system, boy.
Yeah, it's not for men.
Everything, boy. It's like our num cap way. Anyways, so here's another. From what I've seen, of course, young couples don't live together their first years on X amount of time, and they date. So, being with your boyfriend/girlfriend for a few hours, going to dinner, movies, drinking, having sex is amazing. Anyone can do that. But when you have to actually live with someone, that's a whole different ball game. All right? It could be the smallest of things your partner does and it gets on your nerves. But to them, it's no big deal. Your partner doesn't pick up after themselves because their parents did everything for them. All right? Things of that nature. Now, imagine throwing a baby in the middle of that. Remember, a recipe for disaster, that is.
Yeah.
That's a recipe.
So that's a thing.
That's a recipe for disaster.
A lot of people, after having a baby, that's when they decide to go and live together. Living together and having your boyfriend or girlfriend is a total different ball game. You get to learn a lot of things about that person that you don't like. So it's a whole different picture. And then have a baby in there, it's challenging. So if anybody is gonna be having a baby for the first time, I want to tell you now, it's nothing easy. It's worth it at the end when you see that child running everywhere and that child speaking and stuff. But it's nothing easy to raise a child. But at the end of the day, it will be worth it. You'll be proud of your child, and everything. You'll love your child. But there is nothing easy about raising a child. I can assure you about that.
And definitely well said, And we have one more response. And boy, the ladies are fiery too, A lot of girls trick guys into, as a woman with a female friend / acquaintances, fake being on birth control, root for them, or then get them drunk, then get mad and say a guy in shh. That's not how it works. So she's simply saying that most girls, they know what they're up to, right? Like, when you're trying to use a child to actually keep up a guy. Yeah.
No, but that's wrong. That's wrong on every level, because that something I would contest in court. Because imagine you use that same excuse with with a lady. All right. You meet somebody and you all decide to have sex. And then, you know, she assures you that, you know, yes, I want you to wear protection. And then, you know, just when you're about to enter, you move that protection. That's rape. That's actually rape, you know.
So what's about
in the other instance? In the other instance where you're telling me that you're on birth control, but you're not on birth control, and then you get pregnant, it's
a mess,
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, yeah.
I'm telling you. That's why a while ago, like you said, that our judicial system, it sucks.
Yeah.
I think it's a word, right?
Yeah.
For real. Anyway, that was it for the morning, we say. True.
30 minutes went by so quickly.
Yes, definitely. But that's the reality of it, All right. Question we have for the morning, folks. Again, why is it so hard for young people to stay together after having a baby? And they might have so many things contributing to that. All right. Whether it's financial, or the finance that is, the family, who knows, peer pressure. I don't want to use the word infidelity because persons are not married, but to that sort of that nature. Yeah. Compatibility as well, and lying, trying to trap me, you know, trying to use a baby just to keep me. Yeah, all of those contribute to not making it actually work. All right, I don't know if Rome have anything else to share on that. All right, in regards to that.
I don't know. Listen, if you guys are young and you decide to have a child and it's well planned, like if you decide to have a child, that means it's planned.
Right.
And then, you know, where's the pros and the cons of having a child, you know, ask questions, ask your parents. It will be a different experience for everybody, but at the end of the day, you know, you will have some insight as to what to expect. But if you just dive into it like it just happens to you, it will be difficult. But at the end of the day, you know, if the two of you support each other, then, you know, with some level of understanding, then, you know, it can work out. You probably don't have to break up. It won't be easy, but you probably don't have to end up, you know, ending the relationship.
Serious
you know, it can work out. And ladies, I don't know if you really know what the real issue is the real issue is that before the baby we were getting something, and after the baby we're not getting it. So that's it. Basically,
now
that's it.
Why you have to go parable? Just say, let's be real. What's going on?
No, we might have kids listening,
you know
but still. But they understand me. They understand me.
Well, we still have to enlighten them. Eh?
Yeah.
Sooner or later. But kids, we adults have sex. Sex is for adults and not kids. It is not serious. You see, I'm telling you.
Oh, let me put it a nice way. We guys, we crave intimacy. All right? We
Very
crave
nice.
attention just like you do. When a child comes about, you know, that intimacy, that attention that we used to get, it goes out of the window. So if we can just work on that, then it works out, you know, have some date nights, have some time together, you know, send the child by the granny and stuff, you know, spend some alone time, then it works out. It works out.
I tired. Yeah, she always tired. You know? She's like, boy, after taking care of your kids, putting food on your table.
And the insecurities after having a child. If you can deal with it in some way, you know, if you have some extra fat around the belly, you know, engage in some form of exercise, you know, to bring your confidence level back up.
It starts with you.
Yeah, it starts with
and you don't do it just because of me, but you.
At the end of the day, you cannot expect anybody to make you happy about yourself. You make yourself happy.
We guys love it, huh? We love it. Hey, 2 minutes after the hour of 10 o'clock. That's what we gotta end on that. Let me see what's going on. I see my phone going crazy there. TMT